we are going to need a resistance band for this movement, which is the half kneeling band pull. Now from here, we're first going to look at the half kneeling position. Maybe you've performed this before. If you have, awesome. If you haven't, awesome. So you'll start with one knee up and the other knee back. You notice I'm creating a 90-degree angle with that front foot, so we don't want to be so far forward that we notice that our lower back is swayed, right? And we don't want to be so far back that we notice that we have a hard time standing up. So staying in that 90-90 position, what you're going to do is your hips can either be back away from you or we can tuck them. I want you to tuck them and squeeze your butt nice and tight. You should feel a stretch through your hip flexor. This is the first part of the movement. Now facing the camera, facing you, I'm going to tuck my hips, and as my hips are tucked, we're going to have an imaginary band in our hand. As we pull that band apart, we're going to make sure that our palms are facing up towards the ceiling. From there, we're going to pull the band across our body, pulling our shoulder blades down and squeezing them together. We don't want the shoulder blade up. We don't want the ears towards those shoulders. We want to pull them down and squeeze them together. You might even feel your lat click on a little bit. Keep rotating. And in this position, you're going to breathe nice and deep into your belly. After 2 breaths, you'll bring it back down, and then you'll go for another. Okay? So here's what it looks like. I have my nice, light resistance band. Keep it light. I'm in my half kneeling position. I've got my hips tucked. My back foot is flat on the ground. I tuck those hips, I squeeze it tight. I have my palms facing up as I pull apart, pull. Pulling those shoulder blades down, squeezing them together, deep breath in. Tuck that tailbone. And bring it back. And again, you may notice that as you perform this movement, you feel a stretch or activation in other areas. For me, I feel it across my chest into my shoulders, in the front part of my body. In the back portion as I breathe, I feel it through my glutes and into my hamstrings. And then I would alternate sides. After you perform the movement about 5 to 10 times on one side, switch to the other side for 5 to 10 attempts. Again, 1 to 2 sets, more than enough. If you feel like exploring movement and going for more, be my guest. But again, we want to really focus on breathing into the diaphragm or into our lower part of our stomach. By breathing that way, we're really going to loosen up some of the lower body. We're also going to be able to activate the lats, and we are going to be able to drop those hip flexors open a little bit more.